More breaking news this morning. A woman found shot to death inside an SUV on Springside Place in Fulton County. Police say they found the 36-year-old victim with several gunshot wounds. Right now, investigators are working to learn what led up to the shooting. They did not release any information about a suspect. We are working to learn more, and we'll keep you updated here throughout the morning.
Southeast Atlanta neighborhood overnight, now calling this a homicide investigation.
Atlanta News First, Sarah Hammond is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker near Springside Place. Sarah, you just moments ago got new information from police.
Yeah, we did. We just heard from Lieutenant Christopher Butler, who tells us that when police responded just before 1:30 this morning, they found a 36-year-old woman multiple times in the driver's seat of her car.
So we have a sad situation out of Atlanta. A young, beautiful 36-year-old who was shot 4 times in the face. Not only that, she was also expecting, passed away due to her wounds. She was also a rapper and was about to graduate from nursing school. I'm going to give you the full details. Stay tuned, Fugitive TV. Welcome, this is Fugitive TV. I am your host, Ray Marcel. And what we do here is we take a look at cases of either missing individuals or cases that need a bigger spotlight, and cases sometimes that might need a different point of view. As you see, I was once a fugitive on the run from the law myself. After I committed some white collar crime, I was on the run for about 15 years. I lived in different countries under different names. Ended up turning myself in. Now I own multiple businesses. I'm a motivational speaker. I have this YouTube channel. I hope help family members locate missing individuals and also help them locate people that need to be brought to justice. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you a case that needs some spotlight. It needs more attention than what it's getting. So there's a case out of Atlanta. Shouts out to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm there a lot. 36-year-old woman. 36-year-old woman by the name of Qualeisha Barnes. Okay, now she was an aspiring rapper. She was big in the Detroit area. Now, she actually has been living in the Atlanta area for a while, but she was actually big in the Detroit area when I was doing my research and looking at her social media. So she was an up-and-coming rapper, an aspiring rapper, and she was also going to school to be a nurse. So it looked like she had things going good for her, okay? Well, Wednesday night, early, actually in the morning, I think around 1:30 a.m. Thursday morning, which is late Wednesday night, they found her shot, unfortunately, in her Range Rover. And it looks like she didn't even have the Range Rover that long. She bought it and is posted on Instagram, which I'm going to show you. So the same Range Rover she has on Instagram is a Range Rover, unfortunately, that she passed away in. Now, it wasn't one bullet. 4 times in the face is what this person did to her. So that means this was personal. Now, Qualeisha, which I saw some family members calling her Lily. She had a bunch of different nicknames. I guess it depended on, how well you knew her and if you were family or not. But Qualeisha looks like she was on her way to someone's house, because this happened in the neighborhood. It didn't happen in a club. It didn't happen in a hookah lounge. It happened in a neighborhood, okay? A regular neighborhood. So it looks like she was on her way to somebody's house when this happened. Now, since this didn't happen in a club or anything like that, if you're in the clubs or in a bar, you can run into somebody, a fight might happen, or somebody you don't like. And a lot of times that's when people, unfortunately, lose their life. This happened in a regular neighborhood while she was driving. 4 times to her face. So this means that this was personal. Somebody didn't want her living anymore. That's what this means. Now, I don't know the full details. I'm going to tell you right off the bat right now. I don't know the full details. So I'm going to read you this article from the Daily Mail. Okay. It says, mystery as a glamorous Atlanta CEO, 36, is found shot inside of her 80,000 Range Rover Sport. The 36-year-old CEO was mysteriously found shot inside of her Range Rover Sport in the middle of the street in Atlanta, Georgia, according to officials. Qualeisha Barnes, also known as Siditty, now that was her rap name, Siditty, was found with multiple gunshot wounds in the driver's seat of her white SUV, which is the Range Rover, around 1:30 a.m. Wednesday on Springfield Place, Southeast. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed to the Daily Mail. The Atlanta Police Department believes the shooter fired a weapon from outside the car, fatally striking Barnes, who was the CEO of an online retailer called Siditty Boutique. A suspect has not been named and it is unclear what led up to her death, which is being investigated as a homicide. The investigation into her death remains ongoing as police are combing through surveillance footage and talking to the neighbors to see if they know anything. Barnes' family and friends have since flooded social media with heartbreaking tribute posts about the young woman. According to her loved ones, Barnes was well known in her hometown of Detroit, Michigan. In addition to running her own company, she was also a beloved rapper. She was also in nursing school and was set to complete her degree soon. And this was a picture of her, Qualeisha. Very pretty woman. This is the picture right here, okay, of the Range Rover. And we're going to take a look at this deeper with the area that happened, okay? Now, this is the Range Rover right here. This is, like I said, on her social media, that she bought. Brand new 2024 Range Rover is when she bought it. Her once again. The rest of the article says so she bought the Range Rover 2 years ago. Barnes was seen posting in front of her brand new 2024 Range Rover Sport with a giant red bow on its hood. She was also seen jumping up and down in the joy over her new purchase. Monica Barnes, a cousin of the victim, posted a Facebook on Wednesday, "Life is not fair. Y'all didn't have to do her like that." SIP Qualeisha Barnes, aka Siditty. "My blood cousin is gone. Lord Jesus, please keep my family in your prayers." Another family member posted, "Darn, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Rest in peace, cousin." Media company Detroit Got Talent also posted a crushing tribute about Barnes, stating, "Honoring the vibrant spirit of Detroit's own Siditty, who touched so many lives. Your legacy will forever shine bright. Rest easy, queen. Get your rest beautiful." Another user posted to Facebook, "This plane is unreal. Y'all took a real boss." Someone else shared, "Butler has urged residents to contact the police through their anonymous tip line to review their camera footage to see if they capture anything that can help with the investigation." And we're going to take a look at the neighborhood and we're going to take a look at where this happened at to see, hey, how many people over there got cameras? Okay. So we're going to take a look at that. All right. So apparently this all took place right here on this street. Okay. Springside Place, Southeast. Okay. And it's southeast of Atlanta, I believe. And the area where it happened at was around this area. Okay. There's a picture you can see of the Range Rover, which I'll flash on the screen. Only difference is there's a tree there. So you see there's some construction going on. Some new housing is being put up, as you see. But this is the area where it happened at. So this wasn't random, we ran into you, at that time of the night. So like I said, a couple things had to happen. Either they had to be waiting. Now this right here is a cul-de-sac. Now you see this is the house. That's the house, if you notice, the Range Rover sitting in front of. And not only that, there's like a electrical box right here. So that's how you know that this is exactly where it happened at from that picture. Now, as you see, this is like a cul-de-sac area. So I don't know exactly where she was going to in this area. But like I said, this is a cul-de-sac area. These are homes. Now, if the car was waiting for her, it could have possibly been waiting in this cul-de-sac. There's two of them right here. It could have been waiting anywhere over here. Or it could have been waiting down the street. where it looks like she turned onto the street and she was, coming up this hill going towards the cul-de-sac. So it could have been waiting anywhere down here. Or like I said, she could have been followed. Now, the one thing I will say, they're asking people for any Ring cameras, any sort of cameras, anything like that. Okay. So right here, I can already tell this house, they got a Ring camera. The house with the basketball hoop has a Ring camera. It's right there on the front door. Okay. So they have a Ring camera right there at the front door of the house with the basketball hoop. Yeah, so it happened about right here. So it happened almost pretty much in front of that house with the Ring camera. So I'm pretty sure police already, I'm pretty sure they looked and knocked on the door and asked them if they can get some sort of footage from their Ring camera. Hopefully it works. Hopefully they have a subscription and, it saves. Now, I'm just looking around to see if I can see anybody else right here in this area with any sort of cameras. Now, this is what proper investigation police work should be doing. They should be doing this exact same thing, if not done it already. I'm not nowhere near law enforcement, but I do know the procedures of certain things and what to look for. Oh, look, they have a camera. There's a camera right there. There is a camera right there on this house. So they have a camera right there on the corner. And not only if the camera, if it didn't pick up anything, it also would have picked up sound. So if it happened on the street, let's say, like I told you, she was being followed, that car would have had to go up the hill or down the hill. So meaning the car had to go in and out. Anybody else in here with any sort of cameras? Let's see. Oh, right here. This looks like there's a camera there. It's not a Ring camera, but it's a different type of camera. This might be a Google Nest camera right there. I think that's a Google Nest camera. On that one, these guys have something up here in the corner. That could be possibly a camera too. Whoever did this, you're caught, buddy. You're caught. Because I've already counted 1, 2, looks like 3 cameras in this area already. So whoever did this most likely is going to be on camera. It's going to be on film. I do not see why this would not be on film when all these houses that I'm looking at look like they might have some sort of camera or some sort of device to capture, what's going on. Let's go take a look at all of these homes. Now the home, this could be a camera right here. It could be, I'm not sure, but it could be. The home I really want to see if they have a camera, which will tell the whole story, is this one up here, you guys. This one up here. If this one up here, if this one has the camera or has a camera, this would have caught everything. They would catch everything because they're literally facing on the street. It's hard to tell from this angle. I don't see anything. Let's see. Let's get a closer look. Oh, I just see a regular doorbell. I see some spotlights, floodlights to the right. But yeah, I don't see a camera, but I do see floodlights. Sometimes floodlights can be attached to the camera. But I'm not going to look at every single house, but here, like I showed you, yes. So these houses, they have some cameras on them. If you're watching this video, you're caught. You are caught. There's no getting away from digital evidence.
That's right. 11 Alive's Chase Howell spoke to the family who believes she may have been targeted because she was pregnant.
According to the family of Qualeisha Barnes, she was 14 weeks pregnant when she was shot 4 times in the face. You may know her by her stage name, Siditty, but those closest to her know her as a daughter and a sister.
I know her as Qualeisha. I know her as Lily. I know her as we in the same house, in the same bed. That's what I know her as. All that friend stuff, I don't care about none of that. That was my sister. That was my baby.
But Barnes wasn't just a rapper. She was also an aspiring nurse.
She made the dean's list. She had like 2 more semesters to go. She was so proud of herself, and we were so proud of her.
As for what justice looks like, Lopez Stewart says seeing not just one person held responsible, but multiple, because she believes her daughter was set up.
If you instigate something that causes a murder, then you need some kind, you need something. I think you need to go to jail too.
According to Barnes's family, she had been living in the metro Atlanta area for about 10 years. As far as the investigation to who may have killed her, well, Atlanta police says that's still under investigation.
I did speak with a couple of people that I told them I would keep them anonymous. Now, the details, what they told me, if this is true or not, was that she was actually on her way to somebody's house. And apparently, she was set up, okay? She was set up. Now, I don't even have to listen to the person who gave me the information. I already know without speaking to them that she was already set up. It's a given. She was set up. Somebody had to know she was in that area. Somebody had to know she was driving down that street. Somebody had to make the phone call to let them know, hey, she's showing up at this time. She's going to be here. Be aware. So these people had to be in their car, one or two things, either following her or waiting for her. One of those two things they had to be doing in order for this to happen. Well, now that I showed you guys the location and where this happened with, compared to the picture that I showed you of the Range Rover, so sad, very, very sad. I did show you, spotted out there are cameras on that street. So I spotted, it looks like maybe 4 cameras on that street. Hopefully they work. Hopefully these people paid their subscription. Hopefully they, recorded things. If not recorded, you heard the sound. And at least one of those cameras should have got the suspect of the car driving in and out of that street. Because you see there's only one way in and one way out. They ambushed her right there before the cul-de-sac. Okay, so either they were coming from the cul-de-sac or they followed her, did what they did, went into the cul-de-sac and came back out. I'm sorry, but criminals nowadays, y'all are stupid. All I got to say, stupid. And I'm glad you're stupid because that means you can get caught now. But like I said, 4 times in the face, this is envy. This is jealousy. Now, I don't know for a fact, but what I was told, and if anybody who was close to the situation wants to tell me anything else, you're welcome to do so because my information is below, all right? And hey, I tell it how it is. No filter over here. I'll tell you what the big media news is not telling you. But from what I was told and some things that I read online, allegedly, the father of the child could be responsible for this, okay? I don't know what reason. I don't know why. I don't know if he had another girl. I don't know, okay? But allegedly, he could be responsible for what this has happened from me reading people online. And not only that, from talking with somebody who told me, hey, this is possibly what happened. Now, there was a report too that before the shots rang off, there was somebody honking their horn, like a honk, and then the shots rang off. That's allegedly a report that I also read, which if that did happen, that would make sense because that would get the person to, let's say you pull up and you honk, then they would turn around and they will look right at, and then you get the chance to, do what you have to do. Now that could be true, but like I said, I'm not sure. All of this right now is just reports that I'm reading. Also what I've got from an unknown source, or I should say known source, but unknown to you guys, or from maybe some people speculating, okay? So like I said, all these right now are allegations, but whoever did this to her is personal. They did not want her alive. Now, her mother said she felt that she was targeted because she is or was pregnant. So if she was targeted because she was pregnant, that would make sense if there was a man involved who, hey, you can't have this child, maybe because there's some sort of something going on in his life. It also could make sense if he had another girlfriend and she was mad and wanted to get rid of her. So this is her Instagram. Okay, as you see, she's got 103K followers, 103,000 followers. All right. So she was doing her thing. She had a lot of followers. All right. Doing her thing. And as you see, and here is the Range Rover that she was so happy she probably worked her tail off to go get and buy. So sad. So sad in life. You work your tail off to get what you want for somebody that either could be jealous, don't like you, or has envy over you in some sort of way to take everything from you in a second. Me doing this channel, I see it every day. So sad. But if anybody knows the full details, you're welcome to reach out to me. My information is below. You can tell me what you know, and I will put it on this channel and spread the news, all right? My condolences go out to the family. I'm so sorry. This shouldn't have happened, okay? Please watch out for yourselves, your surroundings. Comment below if you know about this case, if you know about this area, or you're from the area. And not only that, please comment below the city, state, country, where you're from. You know how to do it. And I always try to respond to everybody that's in the comments. I always do. So please take care of yourself. I have grown to almost 25,000 subscribers. You guys have helped me out in the last year. It has been great. I love it. So please keep doing what you're doing, all right? Once again, take care of one another. Look out at your surroundings. Watch your surroundings, all right? This is Fugitive TV. Until next time, I'm out.